Hi guys, my name is Antos, and today I wanted to do a video about the new and updated Kmtv 7800 gimbal. But before I get into that, I also wanted to do a quick update about the Kmtv video contest. If you're not aware, I got I got you guys some free gear from Kmtv. Contacted them, came up with an idea for this little contest. I always try to do that with different companies that I deal with, and then when I review their products. So unfortunately, most companies don't go along with it. Kmtv was nice enough to offer some really great products, as the prizes. So you have a chance to win their Km 8000, for example, 3-axis gimbal, their new Km mini gimbal, Steadicam, light, that kind of stuff. And if you're sort of wondering, who the contest is for, it's basically for people who are fans of Kmtv. If you're not a fan of theirs, then I'm guessing you shouldn't enter because the prizes are their products. So it kind of makes sense. So if you're not a fan of their products, simply don't enter the contest. But if you are a fan of their products, whether you bought some of their let's say the camera gimbal or something like that, or their jib or lights or stuff like that, or you just simply had a chance to use it in one of your productions, then all you have to do is just submit a video talking about which products you used on which production and why, and hopefully you had a good experience using it. And that's really all it is. It can be as short as 5 seconds, even if you can make it that short, or I would say maximum 15 minutes. But you don't really have to show the full finished production that you did. If it's, let's say, a music video that's 3 minutes long and you can show the whole music video, that's great. If it's a film that you worked on that's 2 hours, definitely don't show that. But just show little snippets from your finished production, and then also show some behind the scenes. If you don't have any behind the scenes footage, you guys can literally just go like you see me right now in front of the camera and just sort of talk about which Kmtv product you used on the production, why, that kind of stuff. Again, it's a real simple contest. Now, I've had some people out there complaining about, they don't have a chance to use or they can't afford to get some of the Kmtv products. It's not fair. They can't enter the contest, and it sucks. I know it sucks that you can't enter the contest, but all I can say to you guys is just stick around and try to wait for another contest or a giveaway that I do. I did my last sort of giveaway that I did was for the Atlas camera support, where literally all you had to do was just go to my Facebook page and leave a comment, and we just randomly picked one of the names. And even there, to be honest, I had people messaging me and sort of saying it's not fair, this and that, because they don't have access to internet, which, to be honest, I thought it was a sort of a joke comment until later on when I replied to the person and I actually realized they said that they don't in fact have internet access, even though they were able to message me on Facebook. But they said that they have internet access in their school, in their library, and so by the time I basically released the video and then picked the names, they were too late to basically to leave a comment on my Facebook page. So all I can say is basically, like with any contest or giveaway, there's always going to be some restrictions. That's just the way it is. So not every contest is going to be open for everybody out there, but like I said, just stick around, and wait for another contest, and hopefully if you can't enter this one, you can enter another one. But anyways, if you guys are fans of the Kmtv products, if you had a chance to use it or you own some of the products yourself, and you've done some videos before. Again, it's a very great and simple way to get some really great gear, from Kmtv. So encourage you guys to enter the contest, and for more information on how to enter the contest, just check the link in the description of this video. That will take you to the official contest page with all the rules and regulations. If you've been watching my YouTube channel or visiting my website over the last year, then you'll know that Kmtv makes some of my favorite gimbals out there, the 3-axis gimbals. And I started out with their Km 7000 model, which was the first really affordable 3-axis gimbal that actually worked, because I've tried many others out there that just really had way too many problems. Now that one required, though, still a lot of tweaking and adjusting and balancing, and especially when it comes to adjusting the settings in the camera. Then they came out with this Km 7500 was their next model. Improved a lot of those things, but it still did require some of the tweaking with the software. Then after that, they had the Km 7800, which is this one here. Great gimbal, works basically right out of the box, and it also made some little improvements, sort of with the way that you mount the camera and stuff like that. So really, really cool gimbal in that sense. And now this one is the same one in a way. It's 7,800 also, but it's just a slightly updated model. And really, well, if you look at the two right now, you'll notice that the gimbals themselves are actually the same size when you put them sort of side by side. The big difference is sort of some of the accessories that it comes with. So as you can see, this one comes with this sort of a more standard 3-axis gimbal stand, which works great. I mean, I like this stand. I wish maybe it's kind of you could fold it, and put it away quicker. But you really just have to loosen 4 screws, and then you can put it back in the case that it comes with. This one also, by the way, comes with the case, and the case is identical like the previous version. Now you'll notice the new one though comes with a totally different stand. The stand is sort of like it's almost as if you had 2 light stands, and then you kind of put it in here into the openings of the handles. It's maybe better in the sense that it allows you more freedom. You can kind of access it from every angle, whereas this one kind of blocks it a bit more. I think it just gives you more opening. The only, and it's also more stable, this stand, than the previous version. The only thing maybe for me, from my sort of experience of playing around with it, it's as great as or stable as the stand is. It's not as easy or as fast to put, sort of fold it away and put it into the stand. Like I said, this one you only have 4 screws you have to loosen. Wish you didn't have to loosen any screws. This one, there's it's a little bit more finicky. There's still just really 4 screws, but the thing is that putting it back together is just, I found it a little bit more time consuming. But if you don't plan to transport the gimbal a lot, or if you don't need to basically fold away the stand and put it in the case, then that shouldn't make a difference to you. Another really big improvement that the gimbal has is the sort of the adjustment points for balancing it. So here on the roll axis and on the yaw axis, you can see it has these little knobs that you turn. And by loosening basically just this one knob, you can move the gimbal here, the center of gravity back and forth, for example. So all you really have to do is just loosen this, and as you can see, you can move it back and forth. And then once you find a good position, once you balance it, then you just tighten this knob. The same thing up here. It has a knob, the same one, but here on the bottom, and that's really great because again, you just loosen that one knob, and you can move the gimbal left and right here on the roll axis, and you can really fine-tune the center of the roll axis. Whereas before you had to basically loosen 4 screws up here, and the same thing with here. You had to loosen 4 screws with an Allen key, and it was just time consuming. It also has the the low profile quick release plate like the previous version of the 7800, and it has these 2 screws if you want to, I would say, further adjust the position here on the roll. But I think with this one, at least from my tests so far, you don't really even need to loosen those screws, so that's good. The only thing they still haven't done, which I wish they did, is putting some kind of a system like with these kind of knobs here to adjust the up and down position of the camera. With that, it would be one of the very few gimbals out there right now that does not require any tools for adjusting it, and I think it just really speeds up your the workflow. Now, if you're just going to use this gimbal with one camera, then yeah, you'll have to go through the hassle of loosening those 4 screws here and adjusting the up and down position. Once you lock it down, you're not really going to worry about that. I mean, as you're changing out things like lenses and things like that, usually you don't have to adjust the up and down position. It's more the position back and forth. And sometimes if you add like a little accessory here, let's say a follow focus or something on the left and right, then you might have to adjust the roll axis. But still, I hope if they do another update of this, or they just do another gimbal, that they have one which allows you to adjust all the positions of the camera in every direction without any tools. I think would really speed up the workflow. Another sort of a minor upgrade is the handles here on the top and on the side. They're a lot more solid. They feel solid. They have this kind of a rubber coating, and it's just I find that they're less prone to basically slipping. This one, I mean, the previous handles were good too, but they had this sort of a soft sort of foam versus this kind of rubber coating. And sometimes that, like, if you were to really grab it, it kind of feels kind of loose a little bit. Whereas this one, it doesn't go anywhere. So that's a really cool thing. And other than that, I mean, it's the same great gimbal like this one. It does the job. stabilize the shots. If you guys want to see the review that I did of the previous model, you can just check out the links in the description of this video, or go to my website at tomantosfilms.com. And you'll see the full review of it, some test shots I did of it. As you'll see there in that video, you can run with this gimbal. It produces pretty good shots under most circumstances. I know that there's some people out there testing it by attaching this gimbal, for example, to a car, like on the hood or something, or on the rooftop of the car, and driving with it. I'm not sure how well this is going to perform. And I don't even think it's so much the wind that will be the issue, but it's the vibrations that I think of a car could create some problems. I did see some tests out there that are looking promising. So definitely, if I see some good tests, I'm gonna again post those videos or the links to those videos in the post for this review. So just again, go check out my website, and I'm kind of curious myself to see, just how well this thing could be used while attached to a car, because in a way, it might be a cool little setup if you can, let's say, attach it to the rooftop of a car, or let's say, the hood of your car, drive with it, and then remotely, operate it. Now, I know there's been some people out there asking me, can you remotely operate this, or basically tilt and pan and tilt the camera on this gimbal with sort of like you can on the DJI Ronin. The way that this gimbal works, right out of the box, is that you have this little joystick here on the handle that allows you to rotate and then pan and tilt the camera. Unfortunately, this joystick is wired. It's so you cannot detach it and take it with you. So because of that, you would have to either install an RC module, which, because this uses an Alex Moss circuit board, you can actually open this up and do that. Just be careful, because if you do that, I'm pretty sure that voids the warranty with Kame. So that's one thing that you could do, and there's plenty of information for how to do that on the official Alex Moss website. So you can find out how to do that, or another, I think, easier way might be to install a Bluetooth module. Now, I know some people out there I've been talking to didn't even know that there's such a thing as a Bluetooth module that you can install on the Alex Moss circuit board. I've seen some videos out there of people hooking it up and actually hooking it up to the Kame 8000, 7800, and it seems to be working. Now, some of them I know have been kind of reporting some problems with it. So I actually got the Bluetooth module myself. I'm waiting to get it in the mail. Once I get it, I'll install it, and if it all works great, I'll let you guys know. And with that Bluetooth module, basically what it's going to allow you to do is, aside from just allowing you to remotely actually control the pan and tilt of the camera, which is really cool, because you can just use your iPhone or Android phone, and you can use the app, which is free, to like I said, pan and tilt the camera. You can also actually change the settings, or for example profiles within the gimbal. So I think it just adds a little extra functionality to this really already cool 3-axis gimbal. Anyways, if you guys want more information on the gimbal, or if you want to see some of the raw footage tests with it that you can get with it, again, check out my website. Also, one last announcement: I'm set to shoot a really cool action apocalypse, end of the world kind of horror film in May of this year. And we're raising money right now on Indiegogo. So if you want to help out and support the film, whether financially or if you just want to help us spread the word about it, we already just passed the 50% mark. And we need to raise 100%, in order to get the necessary funds to actually go into production with the film. So any help is really appreciated. So if you guys can take the time, go check out the Indiegogo website. There's some really great perks. One of the big ones is you can actually have a chance to join me and work with me on set while we're shooting the film. You can get to use some of these really cool camera gadgets. I'm gonna have RC camera drones, remote controlled camera cranes, stuff like that, and a lot of other really cool new camera gadgets that are coming out. So if you ever want to have a chance just to play around with the toys, or if you want to have a chance to work with me, you know, see how I work, ask me questions, learn basically on the job, which I always think the best way to learn filmmaking is actually by doing it. And, you know, unfortunately, when you're starting out, I know it's always hard to find the opportunities to actually work on some bigger budget projects. Well, this one, you know, this is like a perfect opportunity, and I would say it's the ultimate film school. It's literally, you're going to be on set, you're going to be working on an actual film, and not only that, but at the end of it, you'll actually have a real film and a name, you know, your name in the credits, you know, and where you can actually show the result of your hard work. So again, if you guys want to learn filmmaking, or if you just want to help us make this really cool film, go check out the Indiegogo you know, page. Again, the link is in the description of this video, and help us spread the word, or if you can, contribute financially. Thank you guys, and I'll see you next time.